It was her first day at the new school. Maya stood at the front gate, holding her old backpack tightly. Her hair was tied in a messy bun. Her glasses kept sliding down her nose. Her clothes were simple, not like the others who wore bright jackets and expensive shoes. As she walked in, the students looked at her. Some stared, some whispered, a few laughed. "Who is that?" a girl said. "She looks so weird," another whispered. Maya kept walking. She said nothing. Her eyes looked down, and her steps were slow. In the classroom, no one spoke to her. She sat in the last row, alone. The teacher smiled and welcomed her, but the students didn't care. At lunch, Maya walked to the cafeteria. She held her lunchbox tightly. Every table was full of students laughing and talking, but no one let her sit. She finally found an empty bench outside, under a tree. She sat down quietly and opened her box. Just then, a shadow fell over her food. 3 students stood in front of her. One of them was Tara, the most popular girl in school. Her 2 friends stood beside her, smiling in a mean way. "Hey, new girl," Tara said. "What's your name?" "Ugly." Maya didn't reply. She looked down at her food. "I asked you a question," Tara said louder. Maya whispered, "My name is Maya." Tara picked up Maya's lunchbox and looked inside. "You, what is this?" "Looks like dog food," she laughed and threw the box on the ground. Her friends laughed too. Maya looked at her lunch lying in the dirt. Her hands shook, but she didn't say a word. "Say something," Tara said, pushing her shoulder. Still, Maya said nothing. She picked up her lunch silently and walked away. Later that day, Maya was in the library. She was reading quietly when someone threw a paper ball at her, then another. Then a loud voice said, "Hey, bookworm, go back to the jungle where you came from." Everyone laughed. Maya closed the book. She stood up and walked out. After school, it started to rain. Maya walked alone. Her shoes were wet, her hair soaked. But she didn't cry, not even one tear. At home, she entered her small room. It was simple, just a bed, a shelf, and a photo of her father. She looked at the photo and whispered, "I didn't fight back, Papa. I remembered your words." Then, she turned to the corner of the room. There was a punching bag hanging from the ceiling. She took off her glasses. Her face became serious. Calm. Strong. She tied her hair tight. Her fingers touched the old red gloves lying on the table. She put them on, slowly. Then, the sound came. Thud. A loud punch hit the bag. Thud. 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 The soft room filled with the strong sound of her fists. Her moves were fast, sharp, not like a beginner, but like someone who had trained for years. Her breathing was steady, her eyes focused, her punches powerful. Then she stopped. She took off the gloves and sat on the floor. Her breathing slowed down. She looked at the photo again. A tear finally rolled down her cheek. Back at school the next day, things got worse. Tara and her friends had posted a photo of Maya eating lunch alone. They added funny filters and called her names. It was shared in every group. Everyone laughed. Even some teachers saw it, but said nothing. Maya walked in. Everyone stared. Some pointed and giggled. She ignored them. She walked to class like nothing had happened. But inside, her heart was heavy. Later that afternoon, she was walking through the schoolyard when she heard a scream. A younger boy was being bullied by 2 older boys. They pushed him down, took his bag and laughed. Maya watched for a moment. Then, she walked toward them. "Give him his bag," she said softly. The older boy turned to her. "Oh look, it's the jungle girl." "Go away," the second boy said. "This is not your problem." Maya looked at the crying boy. Then she said again, more firmly, "Give him his bag." One of the boys moved toward her. Or what? He tried to grab her arm. And then it happened. With one quick move, she grabbed his wrist and twisted it gently, but firmly. He screamed and fell to the ground. Everyone around stopped. The other boy stood frozen. Maya said nothing. She picked up the boy's bag and gave it back to him. Then she turned and walked away. Everyone stared in shock. Who was this quiet girl? Where did she learn that? No one knew. Maya was trained to fight. The next morning, the whole school was talking about Maya. Everyone was whispering in the hallways. Did you see what she did yesterday? She flipped him like it was nothing. She doesn't look strong. But wow! But not everyone was impressed. Tara and her friends were angry. She's showing off, Tara said. We need to teach her a lesson. One of her friends nodded. Let's make her life a nightmare. In class, Maya sat quietly again. She kept her eyes on her notebook. She didn't want trouble. She didn't want attention. But Tara was watching her. The teacher left the room for 5 minutes. That's all Tara needed. She walked up to Maya's desk with a bottle of water in her hand, and without warning, she poured it all over Maya's books. The class gasped. Maya stood up quickly. Her notes were soaked. Pages stuck together. Ink ran down the paper. Tara smiled. Oops, my hand slipped. Maya looked into Tara's eyes, but she said nothing. She slowly closed her wet notebook, put it in her bag, and sat down again. The class stayed silent. No one dared to speak up for her. At lunchtime, Maya sat under the same tree again. This time, she didn't even bring food. Her lunchbox was still wet from the day before. She sat quietly, watching the wind move the leaves. Suddenly, someone sat near her. It was a girl named Ria, small, shy, with glasses too. She smiled softly. Hi, I'm Ria. Maya looked surprised. Hi. I saw what you did yesterday. That was brave. Maya gave a small smile. Thanks. But before they could talk more, Tara's group came marching toward them. Well, Jungle Girl made a friend, Tara said loudly. Ria looked scared. Go, Maya whispered to her. It's okay. Ria slowly stood and walked away. Tara looked at Maya. You think you're better than us? Because you know a few moves. Maya stayed silent. Tara took out her phone and said, let's show the school who this girl really is. She opened a video from the classroom the moment she poured water on Maya's books. Then she added music, funny stickers, and a caption, Weird girl gets soaked. She posted it in the school group. Within minutes, students were laughing in the hallway. Phones beeped. Maya's face was on every screen. Her soaked notebook, her shocked face, her silence. And everyone was laughing. Even some boys clapped and said, Best video of the day. Maya felt like the ground under her feet disappeared. She walked quickly to the girls' bathroom and locked the door. Inside, she sat on the floor. She didn't cry. She just breathed slowly, trying to calm the storm inside her chest. That evening at home, Maya sat in front of her punching bag again. She didn't wear gloves this time. She didn't hit it. She just stared at it. Flashbacks filled her mind. Her father holding her small hands, teaching her how to stand strong. His voice saying, Only fight when you must. Your strength is your silence. The sound of bullies laughing. The video. The stares. Then she whispered, Am I being weak, Papa, or strong? She stood up and walked to her small mirror. She looked at her reflection, her glasses, her tired eyes. Then she smiled sadly. They don't know me, but they will. Next day at school, something happened. A new video was posted in the same group. This time, it wasn't from Tara. It was from someone who had secretly recorded Maya standing up to the bullies who were hurting the younger boy. It showed her calm voice, her powerful move, her quiet walk away. The caption read, She's not weird, she's a warrior. Now the school had two versions of Maya. One mocked her, one admired her. Students started whispering again, but this time, the tone had changed. She's kind of cool. She didn't even brag, she just helped and left. Some students smiled at her as she walked past. But Tara watched everything from afar, her face full of anger. She whispered to her friend, She thinks she can beat me with kindness. Then she made a plan. And this time, it would be much worse. The next few days, things started to change. Some students began treating Maya differently. A few smiled at her in the hallways. Others whispered to each other but didn't laugh anymore. Still, Maya kept to herself. She didn't smile. She didn't talk. She just watched, quiet, calm. But inside her, something was growing. Not anger, something deeper. Focus, strength, control. One evening, as the sun set, Maya sat in her room holding an old photo. It was a picture of her and her father. He was smiling, wearing a white martial arts uniform. Maya was just 6 years old in the photo, holding a tiny gold medal. A tear slipped from her eye. She whispered, "I miss you, Papa." Then her memory took her back. Flashback, 8 years ago. A younger Maya stood in a small training room. Her father stood in front of her, wearing his black belt. He said, "Maya, remember, martial arts is not for fighting people. It's for protecting yourself and others." Little Maya nodded seriously. He showed her how to punch, how to block, how to move with balance. Not too fast, not too hard. Always stay calm. Every morning she trained with him. She learned not just how to fight, but how to stay peaceful. When she fell, he helped her stand. When she cried, he told her, "Crying is not weakness. It means your heart is strong." Back in the present, Maya touched the old gloves on her table. She had stopped training after her father passed away. She promised herself, no more fighting, no more punching, no more power. But now, something had changed. She wasn't using her strength to hurt anyone. She was using it to protect herself, to stay standing. The next day at school, a boy named Arjun came to Maya during lunch. He was quiet like her, a book lover. "Hi," he said, sitting near her under the tree. Maya looked up. "Hi? I just wanted to say, that video of you helping the little boy, that was amazing." Maya gave a small smile. "Thank you." He hesitated. "They shouldn't treat you the way they do. It's not right." Maya nodded. "It's okay. I'm used to it. No one should be used to pain." Arjun said softly. For the first time, Maya felt like someone understood her. But far away, Tara was watching. Her heart burned with jealousy. "She's getting attention now," she hissed. "People are calling her brave." Her friend said, "She's making you look bad." Tara's eyes narrowed. "Then let's destroy her, for real this time." Later that evening, Maya walked home slowly. As she reached her gate, she noticed a note stuck on the door. It read, "You can't hide forever. Let's see how strong you really are. Tomorrow, after school, behind the gym." There was no name, but Maya knew who it was from. She folded the note calmly and placed it in her pocket. She didn't tell anyone. She didn't get scared. Instead, that night, she walked to the training mat in her room. She put on her gloves for the first time in years. Take UD. Take UD. The sound of her punches filled the room again. But this time, it wasn't for practice. It was a message to herself. You're not that scared little girl anymore. You are ready. At school the next day, the rumor spread like fire. Fight behind the gym. Tara vs. Maya. Is this real? Everyone was waiting to see what would happen. Tara walked with her head high, dressed like she was going to war. Her friends were already recording with their phones. Maya didn't say anything. She just waited. She wasn't angry. She wasn't nervous. She was still, focused, prepared. As the crowd gathered, someone asked, "Is Maya going to fight back?" Another said, "I don't think she will. She's too quiet." But they didn't know Maya's secret. They didn't know the promise she made to her father. She won't fight unless she has to. But if the moment comes, they will finally see who Maya really is. The air behind the gym was tense. A big group of students had gathered. Some were holding their phones, ready to record. Others just stood, waiting to see what would happen. Tara stood in the center, arms crossed, smiling with confidence. "She won't even show up," she laughed. "She's too scared." Just then, Maya walked through the crowd. No fear in her eyes, no anger, just calm. She stepped forward slowly, her school bag on one shoulder. Tara raised an eyebrow. "You actually came." Maya nodded. "You called me. I came." Tara smirked. "Let's see what your little tricks can do now. No teachers, no rules. The crowd began to whisper, "Is this real? She's going to get hurt. She doesn't even look ready." But they were wrong. Maya was always ready. Tara took a step forward and pushed Maya hard. Maya didn't move. She just looked at her. "What?" Tara shouted. "Fight back." Maya said quietly, "I don't want to fight you." "Oh, you will," Tara growled, swinging her hand. She tried to slap Maya, but in a blink, Maya ducked. Tara's hand hit the air. Before anyone could react, Maya stepped aside and gently pushed Tara off balance. Tara stumbled. The crowd gasped. What just happened? She didn't even touch her heart. Tara got back up, red with anger. "You think you're smart?" She rushed at Maya again. This time, Maya grabbed Tara's wrist and turned her body, a soft, smooth move. Tara fell to the ground. Phones were up, cameras recording, silence in the air. Maya stepped back. "I don't want to hurt you," she said again. Tara screamed and ran at her one more time. She tried to punch. Maya blocked it easily, then placed her hand on Tara's shoulder and lightly twisted her arm, not to hurt her, but to stop her. Tara dropped to her knees. Everyone was shocked. No blood, no screaming, just control, precision, power. Then Maya let go. She turned and looked at the students around her. "Why do you cheer for violence?" She said softly. "This isn't a game." No one spoke. Tara sat on the ground, holding her arm, confused and angry, but not injured. She had been defeated without pain, without revenge. Maya picked up her bag and began walking away. As she passed through the crowd, some students moved aside to let her go. A few lowered their phones. A boy whispered, "She didn't fight to win. She fought to stop it." Another girl said, "She's different." Later that evening, Maya sat on her bed. She wasn't smiling. She wasn't crying either. Just quiet. Her mother walked into the room. "I heard something happened at school," she said gently. Maya nodded. "They tried to make me fight." Her mother sat beside her. "And did you?" "I didn't want to. But I had to stop her. I didn't hurt her. I just showed her." Her mother placed a hand on her shoulder. "Your father would be proud." Maya looked up, her eyes soft. "I hope so." Back at school the next day, everything felt different. Students looked at Maya with respect, not fear. No one laughed at her clothes. No one called her names. Some even nodded at her as she passed. But Tara? She didn't come to school. Her friends were silent too. Maybe ashamed. Maybe afraid. Or maybe they had learned something. In the corner of the library, Arjun waved at Maya. She walked over and sat with him. He smiled. "I saw what you did. You were amazing." Maya shook her head. "I didn't want to be. You were strong, but you didn't use it to hurt. That's real power." Maya smiled a little. "Thank you." He looked at her seriously. "But be careful. Tara may not stop. She's angry now." Maya's smile faded. She knew it wasn't over yet. Some storms don't end with one fight. Some get darker before they pass. For 2 days, Tara didn't come to school. Everyone noticed. Some students said she was embarrassed. Others said she was planning something. But Maya, she stayed the same. Quiet, calm, focused. She still sat under the tree at lunch. She still helped classmates in silence. But deep inside, she was waiting. She knew Tara wasn't done. One morning, a teacher walked into the classroom with a confused look. "Who broke the window near the gym?" she asked. No one answered, but Maya felt something was wrong. Later, during break, she walked past the gym. She stopped. On the wall, someone had spray painted in big red letters, "Maye equals no honest tira." And below it, "Beware the silent snake." A group of students stood nearby, whispering. Who did that? Must be Tara or her friends. She's jealous. Again. Maya looked at the wall, but she didn't react. Not angry, not sad, just quiet. She turned and walked away. But inside, her heart was heavy. That evening, Maya trained again. Not to fight, just to breathe, to stay calm. As her hands hit the punching bag, her mind asked questions. Should I report her? Should I fight back again? Or should I just walk away? She didn't have the answers, so she trained harder. The next day, something unexpected happened. Tara came back, but she looked different. Not proud, not loud. Her eyes were tired, her face pale. She walked past students who used to cheer for her. Now they ignored her. Even her own friends didn't sit with her. Maya watched from afar. For the first time, Tara looked alone. After class, Tara walked up to Maya. The hallway went quiet. Everyone watched. Tara stood in front of her, breathing heavily. I'm not done with you, she said coldly. Maya looked into her eyes. I don't want to fight. Tara's lips shook. Then stop acting like you're better than me. I never did, Maya replied calmly. You ruined me, Tara hissed. No, Maya said softly. You ruined yourself. For a moment, Tara looked like she would scream, but instead, she turned and ran away. That night, Maya received a message. It was a video, a shaky one. It showed someone setting fire to a notebook behind the school. It was Maya's notebook. Her homework, her writing, all gone. Below the video was a message. Let's see how calm you are now. Maya held the phone tight. Her eyes filled with tears. But she didn't cry. She closed her eyes and whispered, this has to end. Next day at school, Maya went straight to the principal's office. She didn't go to complain. She went to tell the truth. She showed the video. She explained everything, the bullying, the note, the spray paint, the fire. The principal listened carefully. Why didn't you come earlier? He asked. I thought I could handle it, Maya replied. He nodded. You were brave, but no one should fight alone. That afternoon, Tara was called to the office. The news spread fast. Some students felt sorry for her. Others said she got what she deserved. But Maya didn't smile. She didn't want revenge. She wanted peace. After school, Maya sat under her tree again. Arjun came and sat beside her. He asked, did you do the right thing? Maya nodded slowly. I didn't want to hurt her. I just wanted it to stop. He smiled. You're stronger than anyone here, Maya. Not because you can fight, but because you choose not to. Maya looked up at the sky. Clouds were moving slowly, light breaking through. And for the first time, she felt light inside too. But unknown to Maya, someone else had seen the video of the burning notebook. And they were angry, not at Maya, but at Tara. Someone Maya never expected. And soon, a new twist would shake everything again. The next morning, Maya walked through the school gates like always. But something felt different. People weren't staring at her anymore. Some even smiled at her. A few waved. Maya was surprised. She looked around, confused. Then she saw it. A new video was trending among the students. Someone had uploaded it to the school group. It showed Tara burning Maya's notebook. It showed her laughing while the pages turned to ash. But that wasn't all. The video ended with a message. This is not power. This is cruelty. Real strength is silent. Maya stood strong when others would break. The video was posted by a student named Kabe. He was in the class above Maya. Popular, smart, quiet. And no one knew he even noticed her. At lunch, Kabir walked up to Maya. Students stared as he approached. He handed her a new notebook. Sorry that happened to you, he said. Maya took it, surprised. You recorded that? He nodded. I saw it by accident. I wasn't going to get involved, but what Tara did crossed the line. Maya looked down. Thank you. Kabir smiled. You've been fighting alone for too long. Not anymore. Words spread fast. Now, Maya had support. Not just from Kabir, but from others too. A girl from her art class messaged her. You inspire me. I used to cry every day. Not anymore. A boy from science said, can you teach me how to stay calm like you? Even some of Tara's old friends said sorry. Tara, on the other hand, was completely alone. She walked the hallways with her head down. No one laughed at her anymore. No one followed her. She had become what she once hated, invisible. And still, Maya never mocked her. She never smiled at Tara's pain, because Maya knew pain doesn't fix pain. One afternoon, Kabir found Maya sitting under the tree. He sat beside her, eating chips. "You know," he said, "you could start something." "Start what?" Maya asked. "A self-defense group. For students like you. For the quiet ones. For the scared ones." Maya was silent. No one had ever asked her to lead anything. "I don't know how," she said. "You already did," he replied. "By being yourself." That evening, Maya sat with her mother. She told her everything about Kabir, the new support, the idea of starting a group. Her mother smiled. "Your father always said, strength isn't about hitting, it's about healing." Maya nodded. "I think I'm ready now." The next day, Maya put up a small poster on the school notice board. "Stay Strong Club. Learn how to stay calm, strong, and safe. Everyone is welcome. No bullies allowed." At first, only 2 students showed up, then 5, then 10. Some were shy, some were nervous. Maya greeted them all with the same words. "You are not alone." But deep in a corner of the school, Tara was watching. Her eyes filled with something Maya hadn't seen before. Not anger, not pride, regret. That night, Tara sat alone in her room. She looked at her phone. Old videos, old pictures. Her laughing, Maya crying. Now, no one was laughing, and Tara felt something she never felt before. Shame. She opened a blank message and began to type. "Maya, I don't know if you'll read this, but I'm sorry." Then she stopped. Her fingers froze. She deleted the message. Not yet. Not today. But soon. Days passed. Maya's Stay Strong Club started growing. Students came from different classes. Some were shy, some were nervous, some had stories of their own. They learned how to stay calm, how to defend, how to stand tall without violence. And Maya, she was no longer the quiet, lonely girl in the back. She was a leader now. But still, something was missing. A chapter that hadn't closed yet. One afternoon, Maya stayed late after school. She was helping a younger student learn how to block a punch without fear. As they finished, Maya heard soft footsteps behind her. She turned. It was Tara, standing alone, holding something in her hand. Maya's heart didn't race this time. She just stood quietly, waiting. Tara walked closer. She looked thinner, tired, and different. No makeup, no noise, no followers, just herself. She held out her folded note. "I didn't have the courage to say it before," she whispered. Maya took the paper and opened it. It was handwritten. Simple words, shaky letters. "I'm sorry. For everything. For the names, the videos, the fire. You didn't deserve any of it. I was angry at myself, not you. But I took it out on you. I hope one day you can forgive me." Maya looked up. Tara's eyes were wet. "I don't expect anything," Tara said softly. I needed to say it." Maya didn't speak for a moment. Then she said, "The old me would have stayed silent." Tara nodded slowly. "And maybe the old me would have kept hurting you. But we're not the old us anymore," Maya said. Tara looked down. "I've lost everything." "No," Maya replied. "You've just started over." There was no big hug, no dramatic music, just 2 girls standing in silence. One learning how to forgive, one learning how to change. That was the real fight. Not fists, not fire. The fight within. Weeks later, Tara joined the Stay Strong Club. She didn't lead, she didn't talk much. She just listened, learned, and slowly began to grow. Some students were surprised, some were confused. But Maya never judged her, because Maya knew people can change. One afternoon, Arjun sat beside Maya under the tree again. "You look peaceful today," he said. Maya smiled. "For the first time, I am." He asked, "Do you ever miss the old you?" She shook her head. "The old me was hiding. This me is standing." He smiled. "And strong." Maya looked ahead at the students practicing under the sun. Children who once felt weak now standing with power in their eyes. And she knew her pain had created something beautiful. Final message to the audience for your video. Sometimes we don't choose the fight, but we can choose how we face it. Maya didn't fight to hurt others. She fought to protect herself. And in doing so, she taught others how to rise. Never judge someone by their silence, because behind quiet eyes, there may be a warrior you've never seen. 1 year later, the sun shone brightly on the schoolyard. Laughter echoed from every corner. Students played, read, and trained under the tree that once stood alone. But it was no longer just a tree. It had become a symbol. The Stay Strong Club had grown. Now it had over 50 members. They met every week. They trained. They talked. They supported each other. And at the center of it all was Maya. She was now in her final year. Still quiet, still calm, but now known by all. She no longer walked with her head down. She walked with purpose. She helped the weak. She stood up for the silent. One afternoon, a new student arrived. Her name was Ria. She was nervous, wearing oversized clothes and avoiding eye contact. Maya noticed. She walked over and sat beside her on the bench. Ria looked away. Maya said gently, "You don't have to talk, but if you ever need someone, I'm here." Ria nodded slowly. That was enough. Later that week, Ria showed up at the Stay Strong Club. She didn't speak, but she stayed. She watched, she learned, and Maya saw her in herself. Because every strong person was once scared. At the end of the day, Tara came over to help clean up. Yes, Tara. No longer a bully. Now a helper. A listener. She handed Maya a water bottle and smiled. "Remember when I used to fight everyone?" Maya laughed softly. "Now you fight for them." Tara nodded. "Thanks to you." Maya looked around. So many students smiling, growing, changing. This wasn't just a club anymore. It was a movement.